Hello everybody, welcome back to another Overmortal video. So as you can see, this is not my main account. So I've actually created a new account to try out the new cultivation class of Literatia. So yes, we are cultivating Literatia here, and previously I created a Swordia character, but it was on an old server, and hence it was pretty boring and I didn't play that character anymore. So now I've created a new character in a new server. So I think it's pretty interesting, I would say. And yes, so I think I'll probably do a tri-path playthrough on this character. Just slowly play my way around, and then I'm planning to do all three of the Magica paths. So yeah, Magica, Ghostia, and then Literatia. So I'm thinking of doing a tri-path on this character. It will take pretty long because we will go free to play on this character. So yes, so here I would like to share my initial thoughts on Literatia. So let's look at the skills first. So as usual, my equipment is not upgraded because there's no point upgrading them early in the game. So yes, the core mechanics of Literatia will be, so if you look at the skills, you will spend some of your max mana point to gain this thing called Erudition. Okay, so Erudition is, so let's go to a combat. Okay, so for example, let's do a demon. Oh, we are lightning bolt. Okay, never mind. Okay, so when you look at us fighting in the realm, do you see these 3 balls under our character? So those are basically our erudition, and I would assume each ball is 100 erudition. Okay, so let's go around and fight more monsters and show you what happens when the erudition maxed out. So when the erudition is maxed, yes, we do something like this, like an ultimate attack where we just boom, blast everything down in our way. Okay, so I guess the main mechanics of Literatia will be to aim to get your erudition up as fast as possible, and then it will go all out and blast all your enemies away. Okay, so if we look at the skills, so for example, most of the skills spends a little bit of MP to gain erudition. Okay, so like there are some that doesn't gain any erudition at all, for example like this. So they just show that you gain perception, which is basically crit gain plus 20%, but then you don't get any erudition. Okay, so basically what my initial thoughts is, I think how to play Literatia will be to use skills that build up erudition as fast as you can, so that you can use your literal reality and blast everything away. And if you look at the basic relic for Literatia, so for example this brush, when your erudition reaches 100 point, damage dealt is plus 25%. And then there's also relic that use MP to gain erudition. So basically I think that's a rough way to go about it. So okay, I didn't notice that this gives a 20% crit buff, so I'm gonna put it up. Okay, so if we take a look at my build now, this gives me 50 erudition, this gives me 25 erudition, and then I would use this Fire Lotus due to the magic defend minus, so I would use that magic defend minus to my Fire Lotus advantage. And then so we have 50 here, 25 here, and another 25 here. Okay, so basically with all those 25, 25, 25, we are already at 100. And then when erudition reaches 100, damage dealt plus 25%. So basically I can already, all my brush will have a bonus 25% damage dealt. Okay, so that's the rough idea of it. We want to stack our erudition up as fast as possible, and then we can just go blast our enemy down. Okay, so come, let's try and take a look at the combat abilities in the arena. We are not very strong, so I can't guarantee a win, but let's take a look at it, okay? So I'm gonna slow it down here. So as you can see, I'm gaining my erudition pretty quick. And now when my brush is going to attack, they are all going to do extra 25% damage, okay? So I think the brush somehow attacked already. And yeah, basically we are now just stacking on our erudition. Stacking more and more erudition. And then, yes, as you can see, it doesn't go very well. We are very under the ghost is very strong. But yeah, okay, this is not a very good showcase. But yes, that's the rough idea of it. Is there any other fight that we can do? Maybe let's try fighting against one of our own kind. But yeah, I would say its abilities in PvP is not too strong because it takes a very long time to build up. Maybe when we are at later cultivation stage it will be better because there may be skills that increase the erudition gain quicker. But yes, as you can see here, against Literatia without building any erudition, so we are building faster than them. We are definitely doing more DPS compared to him. So we look at our brush will be doing a lot of additional damage. Yep. You can see it's an easy victory for against another Literatia that's not built properly. But against other classes it may be more difficult. Okay, so yeah. Let's take another look. So this guy is Virtuoso Middle. And then let's look at his abilities. So he's using skills that is also building erudition, but yeah, we won't be able to see his layout until we fight him. But then we can see his relic. Basically, there is one that is not building any erudition. So we can attempt to fight him, and we can see how it goes. We'll see. Okay, so we are having our shield, and now our erudition will be building up, and you can see the Fire Lotus is doing a lot of damage from the minus 25% magic defense. And you see, we easily blast him down. It isn't even a challenge. We blast him down easily. Yep. So yeah, I would say it's not too strong if you are fighting against another class, probably because it's still very early into the game. But I believe when you are later into cultivation, there will probably be skills that increase more erudition, builds up the erudition quicker, and you can blast enemy off faster. For example, let's look at this. You see, when erudition reach 200 magic damage plus 50% additionally for each attack. Yeah, which I can imagine would stack up to a very high damage, because you see, one damage is already at 113%, and if we plus 50%, it will reach eventually 200+%. So yeah, so here's my initial thoughts on Literatia. And yes, oh, there's sec transfer. So yes, that's my initial thoughts on Literatia, and let's see, and I will update you all on how this cultivation path go, and hopefully it would be pretty strong. And yes, I can see it definitely having quite good potential. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Do like and subscribe, it will help me greatly, and let me know what other Overmortal content you guys would like to see. And yes, I'll update you guys when I get to a later cultivation stage. Bye bye.